Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back into another video. Today's video, again about teasers, but also a little bit about lore. We're going to be analyzing all of the new teasers that came out after the video of 2 days ago, I think, about the possible Echo Champion. Now, I already collected all the teasers here into a little briefcase to make it a bit easier. But essentially, they've been posting arts of cards of Genos, which I can prove that in just a second, and with slight little changes. Now, as you can see here, for example, this seems to be, I would say there, but I guess not. But it doesn't really matter. So they grabbed some of the same arts of cards of Genos and then slightly changed them to fit our newest champion, Omen. And before you start asking, how do you know that the name is Omen? Well, the name is right there, Omen, but it's, upside down. Because why? Because it's an Echo Champion, a mirror to Genos, and very much likely a Echo Champion of Genos. And if you haven't heard about what Echo Champions are, they are a brand new champion, but when it comes to body, they look exactly the same as the original champion. They might have by body looking the exact same, I'm saying like the structure, not the skin, not the visual. The visual and the skin and the voice pack, possibly VFX and so on, all of that gets changed. Probably new weapon, a bunch of new abilities. It's like a brand new reworked version of the champion. It might even change classes, right? We got Genos as a support. This might be a damage as far as I'm concerned. We don't know. Now, let's get into everything that we collected. So I got the little text here, which we'll be putting here to this side, and then this, and I want to take the preview panel there away. We'll open this, and I might want to change this just to like, I don't know, like a 20 or something. There. So if I refresh, it gets out of there. It goes all the way till the end because that's exactly what I wanted. And I'm gonna put this here. So what is this? First of all, is this like totally zoomed in? I think that's it, isn't it? Yeah, cool. Okay, so this is the first one. And the first two pictures are these. As you can see, the differences there between both of them. Scrolling back and forth here a little bit, you see there's a lot of different changes. Although the initial concept is there, you see that they drew on top of the current art of the card that was already there before, and then they changed it, right? And the first one says the following: the cosmos will protect us from evil. And then upside down it says the abyss will destroy those of good. So we are immediately greeted here with information this character is going to be evil, right? He knows he's evil, and he's here to kill all that is good, right? We know that. Next up, we should go into this one here, which is the Starfall or something like that from Genos, and it's the same thing here, but as you can see, the moon is purple, symbolizing the abyss, and the character has changed a tiny little bit of colors, and it says the following: the gods watch over you from above. That would be for this. And then for this one, it says your gods are meaningless puppets. So this person's up to fight gods. We're talking about gods now. So it has to be somebody very powerful, right? On to the next one. Our chosen child, Genos, he will save you. So this is symbolizing a little bit as if it's this person here or whoever gave the power to Genos that it's talking. And then this one here, which is, the equivalent, the evil side equivalent. Genos is a fraud. He will be the first one to suffer. So this person knows of the existence of Genos. This person has some beef with Genos, and he's looking to find him. I'm imagining it's either A, because Genos is so powerful that it might put an end to whatever, the plan of this person is, which might be something related to the Abyss. Or B, just because they already had some beef before Genos ascended or something like that. All right, but on the next one, we get to see this little card here with the symbols, and this one. The symbols have changed slightly. As you can see, there's a lot of abyssal scripture here, and obviously colors all changed, even the symbols, the way that the star works and so on. There's no more constellation there. Now it's using a complete different thing. And it says the following: the cosmos holds your salvation, your protectors. And then the person, it's like it's answering back, right? Which is interesting. It says, like the maw, all the cosmos provides is lies. So I'm imagining there's something here that this person knows that we're going to find out in the future. Or maybe it's just some theory that the person has. As if like he's trying to blame the cosmos for Yaggorath, for example. But there has to be something there. Let's get into the next one here, which is this one. And it's, you know, evil side. You can even see the little veins there on the flower, where it says, atop Ascension's peak, lost souls find guidance. And from the abyss, lost souls gain raw power. So it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. You get like forgiven for your sins. You get some guidance for your life, what to do next. People in the abyss just become stronger. That's it. It's like, it's one of the things to convince people usually to turn the dark side, is that you have something to give as good as raw power, and people might actually end up turning into it. So we have this one, which is the Shattered Moon, obviously, and in case you don't know, there is a lot of lore between Io and Genos, but the lore essentially would say that Genos actually ascended to the sky, and later on, before he came down back to the Earth, to the realm, he got, he interacted with Io, and Io said something about upcoming darkness, which leads me to think that Io is even worse than what I expected, because Io knew that the Yaggorath was going to be released. Io knew that the Guardians were dying. And instead of going down and actually doing her job, or at least stopping it, because she had the power of a god to stop this and save the realm, she instead decided not to and sent Genos instead, which is just sad. And consider the fact that Genos is a demigod, not really a god, because I don't even think you can call it demigod. It has to be something else different, because a demigod is son of a god and a son of a human. A god is usually son of a god and another god, or created by divine powers. Now Genos is somebody who just ascended, somebody who received powers and just, became stronger and could be as close as possible to a god. But I don't think he's actually a god. Io is supposed to be a goddess. So you see my point. She's technically speaking part of the cosmos. I mean, the moon is also part of the space. And so she warned him, and she came down, and this is the moon. And then we get to see this. The moon completely shattered. And why? Because they say this. Soon the time of reckoning will arrive. The time of reckoning, I'm not entirely sure if this is actually the entire thing that Atlas Azan said about, going down and destroying, killing, and burning everything. I'm not entirely sure. But it could be, And then it says, your moon goddess cannot save you. As if, like, they're actually laughing at Io, saying she's that weak, bro. She is that weak. She won't do nothing. I mean, she's already not doing much, right? I'm gonna pull this down here a bit, because to be below me so you guys can read it. On to the next one. We see here what seems to be a face and a hand, essentially, celestial beings, obviously. And then we have this one, which is the equivalent, the card to the new champion, apparently. A rift forms. Reality bends to its will. My queen will see to a new realm. So, for what I'm understanding, they are aware of what's happening. Something is happening, right? A rift has opened. Something is changing. And here it is, he's basically confirming it's Nyx, She's just moving around doing her thing. And then we get this one, which is the hands of Genos, or supposedly hands of Genos. And this is supposed to be the hands. You see there, the little skull from the abyss. And something different. It's not really the constellation that he's doing. No, it's something completely different. And it says the following: we offer our support in the face of the abyss. And then it says, it's, again, answering back, you do nothing but damage mortals. Hope. Oh, He's saying essentially, you give them hope, and therefore you're just essentially just, eluding them. You're just hurting them. Interesting. On to the next one. I believe this was the final one, which looks like a meteor or something falling to the Earth. I'm imagining this is related to Yagarath's descent to the Earth. And here we see a different version of something about the Abyss, which I would imagine this is like Nyx coming down from the pyre, like I already, I seized the pyre, now I'm here to seize the Earth. And it says the following: the time has come to prove yourself, Genos. So somebody's talking to Genos, like, now you have to work about this. And then you have the other one: the time has come to prove yourself, Omen. So the name of the new character is Omen, right? And I have here some doubts about this entire thing, because there has to be some pretty good lore explaining why Omen has some direct ties to Genos. Because as far as I'm concerned, Yagarath should have been a direct counter, like not direct counter, but a direct enemy to Genos. They're both Celestials now, right? Genos had become a Celestial. Yagarath has come from, space. So there has to be something there. But no, instead, the Abyss had to deal with the darkness, and now a Celestial has to deal with the Abyss. Just doesn't make any sense, right? The Abyss is supposed to be the counter, the direct enemy to the Pyre. And it's supposed to be like that's what they've been hinting us throughout this entire time. But all of a sudden now we're greeted with this, right? So I guess we're gonna see how this works. I would say that the person who had to solve the entire darkness thing would have been Genos, since Genos, went outside, found about the darkness, came back to stop it. He's not Pyre, he's not hit at the Abyss. He's technically speaking, he's not even related to Io. He just got her to meet her in the way, and she told him about it. And some god gave her powers. I mean, as far as we're concerned, it could have been Io that gave the powers to Genos, and then telling him, listen, I can't go down there because I'm broken, still weak, maybe I'm still recovering, or again, like the story says, she's just scared of showing her face, so you go and deal with it, right? And now, because since Azan has been snatched, Genos will be the one to stop this, because if the Abyss actually takes control of the entire realm, what's next, right? If they control the entire planet, then something else has to happen, and that could be the multiverse. If you guys haven't seen the video where I talk about the multiple universes inside of the Paladins universe, like the one where Atlas came from, the one where we're actually in right now, the Alpha lore, the Alpha universe, and all of that, there's also the Echo champions, for example, Echo skins that resemble apparently other Abyssal Pyre lords. The Corvus skin, for example, is a Pyre lord. And my theory is that person came over from the realm of Atlas because it got completely destroyed. He had nothing else to take care of. And the idea is that there's multiple different universes, and each Pyre lord is in charge of each one of them. And in this one, the only reason why we actually managed to stop Yagarath, it was not actually thanks to Atlas, although he might have, to give a little push by joining people together and telling, showing to Io that, yeah, you need to step up. Azan actually was able to stop the Yagarath, the darkness, the Maw. But, for example, on Atlas's universe, maybe it was the Pyre Lord Corvus, and he wasn't just powerful enough or didn't notice in time. And maybe on the Alpha lore, the Alpha universe, maybe there's nothing there, right? Maybe they had a complete different thing. Maybe there had no corruption, no darkness, no nothing. Maybe the moon is still complete there, and that's why we get to see the card of Atlas, where he goes back into time, into the Alpha lore. Well, it's not really into time, it's more like changing universes, but he goes into another universe to have the life that he actually never lived. And in there, maybe the moon is actually complete, and therefore that's why the card looks like that. I think that what they're trying to do here is trying to connect a lot of loose ends, or just bring in some old champions to be connected with the lore, and thus them talking about Genos. Since it might be an Echo champion to Genos, it makes sense that there's a little bit of rivalry, rivalry, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not English, I'm sorry, I'm Portuguese. Olá pessoal, como estão? Os portugueses, boas. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure to that. We do know, however, the name of the champion. We have seen here some of the arts. Here are the arts that I'm talking about. These are the cards of Genos, as you can see. The little meteor, the starfall, the moon with the eclipse, the hand waving, the goddess statue or whatever, the spell, and the little flowers in the portal, right? So, and also this one here. They didn't use this one, this, and this, I think, and this. So, you know, it's pretty fun. They might even still use these cards. They might actually, in the next few days, just pull off the next few cards just to show us. Or maybe they'll just like, yeah, we already said enough. We already said the name of the champion. Rivalry. Yeah, whatever. That's it. That's the word. But they might be showing the rest of the counters cards to it in the next few days. So let's take attention to that. I want to know what your theories down below is to why the Genos might actually be the nemesis to Omen. What happened there, and how would the story actually make sense? So yeah, drop me down below on the comments down under the video, and I'll be reading through all of them. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one, and until then, have a wonderful time. Bye bye.